Okay, do you have a hard drive that's failing? Maybe. Or have you purchased a used drive off eBay, for example, and you want to make sure the claims are accurate and the drive is working? Well, let's dig into it and find out. The first thing we're going to do is download a program called crystaldiskinfo. This is going to give us a lot of information about our hard drive. Once you've downloaded the software, just double click it, open it up, and it's going to give you some information about your drives. So each one of these up here is a hard drive on your system. You can see I have quite a few in here. So if we look at the top here, it says good, the health status is good. This does a smart check on the drive. It can read some information from the onboard PCB on the hard drive and report back some instant information about the data on the drive. Now if you see caution, this is a sign that there's a potential issue with this hard drive. So the first thing we're going to do before we even dig into this is go to Function, Advanced Feature, go to raw values, and make sure this is enabled here, decimal, because we want to read raw values in decimal numbers. It just makes it more readable. If we hover over the caution here, you can see we have one cautionary item, which is reallocated sector count. It reads 6,392. And we can see this caution is in the list below right here. Everything else looks good. This is what's called a smart check. It looks at various things to do with your hard drive to make sure it can hold data, read data, and everything to do with your data. So before we talk about this briefly, if you're purchasing a brand new hard drive, for example, the power on count should just say 1 and the power on hours should say 0. What happens a lot is people are selling repackaged drives pretending they're new when in fact they've actually been used before. So a nice little tip there. If we look at our cautionary item here, we can see the raw value is 6,392. That means it has over 6,000 reallocated sectors. For a normal drive, this could be anywhere from 0 to 50. So if we look here, reallocated sectors, absolutely 0. It gives you a threshold and everything based on the brand of drive you have. We look at another drive, you can see 0, 0, all the way over here. It has over 6,000. So this is an immediate, you need to replace this hard drive right now. Now, this is a brief smart check. I'm going to show you one more drive and then I'm going to show you one more piece of software. Now here's another drive here. You can see it has reallocated sectors just over 300. Again, a tolerance here would be around 50, so anything over 50, a huge warning sign basically. If you ever see anything in C6, this is uncorrectable sectors. These sectors are dead. You can't recover from them. And it's pretty much imminent failure. So the cautionary things can become heavier depending which item is under caution. In my experience, if you see the word caution, it is not worth it. Just replace the drive. Don't even remap anything in any other software. It's just not worth it. It's a matter of time. And data is quite cheap these days. Even an 8 terabyte hard drive, you're talking just over $100 right now. It's just not worth risking your data. Do you really want that? So ask yourself these questions. So if you've plugged your hard drive in and the smart check looks good, everything looks good, the numbers are quite low, or at least there's no cautionary items, then it's good, right? The drive is good. Not necessarily, no, because a smart check is what it says it is. It's smart. So it reads off information off the PCB, but the PCB, so the little circuit board, might not know the condition of the platters, the sectors, the data on the drive. So we'll need one more piece of software to scan every single sector on the hard drive and can confirm that it can hold information and also read from it. This is not a piece of software that can do that, so we need one more piece of software that can. Okay, so there's two pieces of software I'm going to recommend for doing long tests, and that involves reading all the sectors of the drive. Number one is ctools. Even if you don't have a Seagate hard drive, ctools will still work. It's just the remapping features, if something goes wrong, that it sometimes struggles with. But if you have a Western Digital hard drive, again, they have a similar piece of software like ctools that does the same thing. But if it comes up with anything that needs fixing, get a new drive. Remapping sectors will not get your data back. But the thing that checks all the sectors to make sure they can be read and written to is extended tests, and then go to the long generic test. That is going to test absolutely everything. And inside CTools, you actually have some smart tests as well. You can see the smart information just like we did with crystaldiskinfo. So if we just select a drive here, we can select 2 drives, 1 drive, go to extended test and do a long generic test. And this is going to test absolutely everything to do with this drive, and it's going to test all our sectors. It's going to take a very long time to run, but when it's ran, you can rest assured that your hard drive is working pretty much 99.999%. These are the 2 things you should always do when purchasing a used drive or checking to see if your drive actually works. Now the last thing I'm going to leave you with is the Ultimate Boot CD. Now the name is quite legacy, you can see the CD here, but you can download the ISO and put this onto a USB stick and boot directly into it. So you pretty much just put it on a USB or even a CD, you switch your computer on and you'll get a screen just like this. You go to hard drive tools right down here, and that will give you all of these different pieces of software you can do to examine your drives. So it'll test the integrity of your drive, it will try and write and read from all sectors, and all of these tools are included. And you can even see CTools for DOS is included, but programs like HDD, which is very nice, and also Vivard as well. But not only that, you have disk cloning things, disk editing, disk wiping, data recovery, and pretty much everything is on this Ultimate Boot CD. And if you have an issue where you're scanning your Windows drive and Windows is in use, it will bypass that because you're not actually booting into Windows. So it's a very low level thing. It doesn't really matter what brand drive you have. Everything happens on a low level. So I do recommend having this in your toolkit as well. Just get a spare USB and put it in there, and anytime anything goes wrong, you can use the Ultimate Boot CD to test the integrity of your hard drives. Any questions? Leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys in another video coming soon. Take care.